According to the FMCSA, nearly 500 of train accidents involves trucks or trailers every year. That means approximately 10 times a week, a truck or a trailer is involved in an accident with a train. And these accidents can often be quite tragic. So today we're going to take some time to talk a little bit about the railroad tracks, when you're crossing them, what the rules are, and how they can affect you. So the first rule that comes into play is 392.12, which states, no driver of a commercial motor vehicle shall drive into a highway rail grade crossing without having sufficient space to drive completely through the crossing without stopping. That means if a car in front of you, if you're waiting in traffic, hasn't given you enough space to get the truck and the tractor through completely without having to stop, you are not to proceed. So you need about 75 feet of space if you were pulling a container of 53-foot variety. You want to make sure you have enough space to clear the tracks completely. If you stop, that could get you a ticket, and it can put you in danger because if a train does come while you're stopped, you don't have sufficient room to get out of the way. So make certain you've got enough space before proceeding across the tracks. In approaching a railroad crossing, you should never attempt to outrace a train at a crossing. It's extremely difficult to judge the speed of an approaching train. Remember to reduce your speed. Speed must be reduced in accordance with your ability to see an approaching train in any direction, and speed must be held to a point which will permit you to stop short of the tracks if necessary. Do not rely solely on warning signals or flagmen. Be especially alert at these crossings that do not have gates or flashing red signals. You should also never shift gears while crossing the tracks. Another thing to be wary of involves when during your pre-trip inspection, you should notice this, but your landing gear has to be high enough that you're easily able to clear the tracks. If you're not, you're going to get caught on those tracks, and that's a very dangerous situation, not to mention, as we're going to discuss further on, the penalties for breaking the railroad rules are very serious. Those driving with placarded hazmat must stop within 50 feet of and not closer than 15 feet to the tracks. Thereafter, they're to listen and look in each direction along the tracks for an approaching train, and they want to be certain that there is no train approaching. When it is safe to do so, they would then proceed, but again, they may not stop on the tracks and they may not shift gears while crossing the tracks. So aside from the safety elements, what would happen if you were caught breaking the train rules? Well, 60 days loss of CDL for a first offense. The second time against your license, it'd be 120 days that your CDL would be placed on hold where you wouldn't be allowed to drive a truck, and then a year on your third offense. So you definitely want to follow the rules. It's for your own safety, and you want to keep your CDL.